Hey guys, so I know I haven't been on in a while. I think probably by the time I get this posted, it'll be almost a month of me not posting anything. And first off, I want to say that I'm sorry because I had a lot of people that were like supporting me on even starting this. And it was crazy because it was just like a out of nowhere idea for me to start doing this. And I think I hit almost 200 views on that first video that I posted. And I mean, it was just crazy because I don't know, it was just unbelievable to me. And first off, I wanted to thank you guys because after I posted that first video, I wasn't really sure that I would get that many. Like, I thought maybe my close friends would tune in and be like, hey, like, this is awesome, like, this is funny, like, just little stuff like that. Like, I really never thought that it would, like, blow up like it did. And so I wanted to thank you guys for that, especially if we're not friends or never really got close in any way possible and you guys still felt like watching. I mean, it meant a lot to me. Just, I wish it could tell me my viewers. Like, that would be amazing so that I could, like, personally thank all of you. But now that that's out of the way, I also wanted to explain why I've been inactive. So, sorry, that's Uno. What? Anyways. Also, I'm going to try to, like, not cut anything out of this video. Like, unless I keep saying like or stupid crap like that, like, I'm just going to try to do it in one. That way I can get it up and explain all this to you guys because I feel absolutely horrible. But, okay, back to the reason why I've been inactive. So, after I posted that video, I think the last one was, like, a day in the life of me. That was literally, like, the first and only one that I got done. So after that, like, I personally went through a lot of stuff, just, like, honestly with myself. Not in my relationship, not with my family, just, like, battling something that's personal and really only a few people know about it. I think probably one or two people. And, of course, everyone knows that one of those people is Cody. And, I mean, he's, like, a huge supporter in everything that I do. He wants me to, like, follow photography just because I like taking pictures on the side and stuff like that. But, I don't know. So, there I go with, that's going to get it all started. I already feel it now. But I just really wanted to, like, let you guys know because I felt absolutely horrible that I posted that one and then I went anti. And it was also because every time that I started to record anything, either something came up or I just didn't have time. There was just a lot going on. And plus with, now my work is on Christmas break, so I'm going to try over Christmas break to get quite a few things recorded so that I can get ahead on what I post and actually maybe start posting every week again. But if for some reason I mess up, here's my explanation, and I'm really sorry about all of it. And also, I run out of ideas. Like, I have a list and it has maybe 5 or 6 things on it, and that's it. So if anybody has any ideas, please, please, please feel free to let me know. Also, I've had other people that do vlogs and stuff come to me and be like, hey, like, your stuff's awesome, we should do a collab. So, also, if you guys think that I should do a collab, like, you know, like and comment, definitely comment and let me know, or message me on any form of social media that you guys have me on, or if you have my number, whatever, I'm fine with. If you think that I should do a collab, then let me know. Probably somebody local, obviously, not like Tana Mojo or somebody like Madison McHugh would love that I just said Tana Mojo on my vlog. But, yeah, so if anybody knows somebody locally that does vlogs that y'all think that I would do a cool collab with, let me know. So now we're going to get into the real content of the video. So pretty much this is just going to be inspirational, which might not personally reach anybody, but I hope that it does. I hope that somebody needs to hear what I'm going to say, because I tried posting something inspirational literally on my Snapchat story, and once I posted it, I had people screenshotting it. And I know personally through what these people have put my friends through the past few years, I know that they did not need the inspiration, because I asked them and they were like, oh, we needed the inspiration. Like, I'm calling bull on that, and you know who you are, so that's that. You didn't need the inspiration. You just felt like making fun of me for helping somebody that truly needs it. And if you're that low of a person, please exit off my video right now. I really couldn't care less. If I lose 1 or 2 or 10 viewers over saying that comment, you can leave. I don't care. Also, I'm going to be straightforward on this vlog thing because I'm going to be exactly who I am, and exactly who I am is I don't give a... Somebody can finish that for me about what people have to say about me or what they think about me. I've lost plenty of people in my life. I don't care who you are. If you want to treat me like dirt, or if you want to go anti on me, come back when it's appropriate for you, I'm not going to deal with that, so you can leave. Now we're getting into the purpose of the video, after I got all that out. So, we're going to start with, probably, I'm going to try to do it in different topics, so we're going to start with if you are personally going through anything, like with your family. Say, if your parents are split up, and the holidays are tough for you. All that I really have to say is split your time up equally. Whether you're closer to one parent than you are the other, if you spend all day Christmas Eve and Christmas Day with one parent and the other parent doesn't even get you on just any random day of the week, like, that's not truly fair. Unless, obviously, one of your parents aren't in your life, then that's more understandable. But I really think that no matter how close you are to either parent, you should spend equal time with them, especially on the holidays like Christmas, because some people don't have their parents, or they're missing one parent, or, like I said, one is not in their life, and that's absolutely horrible, especially on the holidays. And, I don't know, I would just really just make sure that you see it from your parents' point of view, from each parent if they are split up, or have a crazy situation, or have other kids in the picture. I would just really split it up and make sure that both parents know that you love them, whether personally you love them equally or not, that they at least get the feeling of it, because no parent wants to feel like their child, you know, likes the other one better or would rather go to the other one about something or any situation like that. Just honestly try to level it out, because I'm friends with some parents, which sounds crazy, but I am, and I don't really care, but some parents feel like one child likes the other parent more, which probably is true because everyone has a favorite parent, I'm sure, but you really should split up which parent it is. Just, you know, level that out and make them feel at least kind of special at times, you know. So the next thing is probably going to be, let's see. We'll take, for example, like political views, or a characteristic about you that's very common in society right now. I don't think that I need to exactly say what that is. Let's just say that it involves, you know, some mixing. That's really all that I need to say. So, if you are in a state like that, it's okay. It really doesn't matter. If it truly is who you are, then that's who you are. And I'm not going to make this page religious or anything, but I do believe in God, and I do believe that God made people to be one way and not to go against that. But you can do whatever you want. He gave you a life, and He pretty much said, this is it. You do what you want with it, and I'm trusting you. Everybody makes mistakes, and I'm not saying that this is a mistake. If you truly think that this is what you want to do or what you want to be, then have at it. No one in society has the right to judge you for that. Obviously, there are some things, like, people think that just because you like the opposite gender, or you want to be the opposite gender, or any situation like that, that just makes you a bad person, which it doesn't, because that's right up there with having a characteristic of having an attitude at a bad time. That's right up there with liking the opposite gender. It's just something about you that you can't change, and that's what people don't see. Obviously, one might be a little bit more major than the other, but that doesn't mean that you should be treated any differently. And obviously, I am not against it. I'm not saying that I'm for it either, because I don't want to get a lot of stuff going on with this as soon as I'm getting started. But be who you are. Honestly, I don't care who you are. Be who you are. And if people in the world don't like you, then that shows the kind of person that they are. I have multiple friends that, you know, are in this subject, or are either going through a phase, or truly think that that's who they are and what they want to be. Like, have at it. I'm going to love you regardless. I'm going to be there to support you whether your family doesn't or your friends don't. I don't care. I'm going to be there. And that's just the kind of person that I am. Anyone that knows me personally knows the relations that I have with this subject, and I'm not worried about it. I really don't care. I'm straight with it. That came out wrong. But anyways, I'm here for you guys. That's pretty much what I'm saying. If you fall into that category, then I'm here for you guys. Also, the next one will be if you're going through any personal issues, like my reason for cutting off vlogging for a little bit. You know, I kind of had to prioritize my life and get some things figured out because I was going through some things, and I just realized that I needed space to myself. I needed to, distance myself from everyone around me, including my family, which probably was not the best idea, but, just kind of having space really did a lot for me. My family took a vacation, and I got to just chill out, which was really, really nice. So yeah, if you're, going through some stuff, talk to somebody. Call somebody up that maybe you haven't talked to in years, like an old friend. Just be like, hey, remember how we used to be? I'm not asking to call up your ex and be like, hey, I miss what we were. Definitely that's not what I'm saying. But if you have an old friend that maybe you ended on the wrong term, call them up and fix it. But don't welcome them back in, just kind of fix that, get closure, and move past it. Because there's a really good chance that whether or not you're thinking about that when you fall asleep and it bothers you how you ended with someone or not, that really, really drags you down. Seriously, whether you think about it 24/7 or whether it never crosses your mind, it's bothering you. And you just don't know it. Because that's honestly how I was. Everyone knows my friend Kaylee. We actually got into a pretty bad argument over something that really wasn't worth arguing over, and we didn't talk for nearly a month. And the way that things ended were out of hand and should not have been handled that way from either of us, and we've called, we've talked about it, and we've gotten over it. We've hung out once since then. Obviously that's a perfect example that to do this, you don't have to start hanging out with someone all the time again. All you have to do is get that closure. If you want to start hanging out with them all the time after that, go ahead. No one is here to tell you what you can and can't do. So that's one of my main points with this is, literally fix what you've got going on. Don't let anything bother you. Like I said, I'm not saying call up your ex and apologize for something that he or she did. No, that's not how that works. If anyone's going to apologize, it should be the person that made the mistake. Obviously, if you went out and got hammered one night and did something you shouldn't have, then maybe you are the person that should apologize, but I'm not saying that you should call them back up and hit them up and ask them to come back in your life so the whole story can happen again. Because honestly, there's two ways that you can look at a breakup, and it's either, move on and get past it, or mourn about it for months or years and just let it drag you down and let every memory haunt you. That's not what you want, because you don't want to constantly backtrack yourself. It's kind of like the whole 2 steps forward and 1 step back, or 1 step back. It's if you take 2 steps forward and you're having a good day, and then you have a bad day and you take 1 back. Obviously, you're still making progress, but you're still stepping back. So it's kind of like you're moving forward, but not at a pace fast enough to truly be where you need to be happy with yourself. And sorry, this won't take long. Okay, back to what I was saying. So, yeah, you don't have to be at a perfect place with yourself or with people around you. Just, if you've got something going on that you can physically feel it hurting you and bothering you, just fix it. Whether it's with your parents, with your friends, with boyfriend, girlfriend. If you're, obviously, if you're fighting with any of these people and you truly want them in your life, you need to fix what you've got going on. Because, it's just understood. If you have a best friend and you're inseparable and one of you catches a little bit of an attitude, don't let that ruin a 14-year friendship. I've got a friendship that I had for 13 or 14 years, and we fell off just because of one little thing, which now we're kind of recovering from it, and this person knows who she is, and anyone else that knows, good for you. If you don't, sorry for you. But obviously, like, we weren't meant to stay as close as we were, and that's that. Obviously now we've, like, kind of drifted back together, but we're not back to hanging out 24/7. Like, sometimes we hang out, sometimes, you know, we talk or whatever if one of us needs advice or just to get something off our chest, but, like, that's it. And if she were to call me up and ask me to hang out or tell me that she needed somebody just to talk to, I would be there, because that's the kind of people that we are, and that's the kind of terms that we're on. And that's what you want. You don't want to call one of your old best friends up that y'all stopped talking just because your mom didn't like her or something. Like, you don't want her to call you if she, I don't know, say her parents are fighting and it's having a huge effect on her. Or if her and another friend got in a fight and it's negatively affecting her, or him. I keep saying her just because pretty much all my friends are girls, but this can also relate to guys because, you know, everyone has issues, and there's no question about that. But, like, you want to be on good terms when you end with somebody, just because if they're going through something and they call you, you don't want to answer the phone to them in tears and be like, "Can I help you?" Like, you don't want to do that. You don't want to hang up the phone and be okay with the fact that you just said that when you don't know when their last day is. Like, that was very straight to the point, but I'm serious. You don't know when somebody's last day is. You always want to make sure that you end on perfect terms with somebody. Like, whether you're arguing with somebody and y'all usually say "I love you" when you hang up the phone, but the one time that you don't, something happens. What do? Because the last word that you said to them was probably in anger, and maybe you didn't mean it, but maybe you never get the chance to apologize or take it back. I mean, that's the kind of stuff that you really need to think about when, you know, you've got stuff going on with somebody. Like, just make sure that whatever terms you end on, you're okay with it being the last, just in case. You don't need to fear every day, but you need to live it, obviously, like it's your last. That's the most white person quote, basic ever, but it's true. Live every day like it's your last. Speak to everyone like it's the last time that you ever will. And that should literally be it. And this video is almost at 20 minutes, so I'm sorry for that, but I hope that you guys are enjoying so far. And actually, I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up just because it was a lot of, you know, rambling, and hopefully some of you guys needed to hear some of what I said. If you didn't, I'm sorry. If you're touchy in a certain situation, then honestly feel free to hit me up, ask me for advice, ask me, like, give me your situation. I mean, you can, you don't have to. I'm not asking, like, hey, here's an open portal, like, bring your whole life problems into it. You want to do that? Have at it. I've got all the time in the world. I'll talk to anyone. I don't care. I'm about to clear stuff up with somebody that I don't know. Did they deserve it? Did they not? I don't know. But we're about to find out. So, like and subscribe. You know, turn on the little bell. People always do this. Like, YouTubers, they're like, turn on the little bell. Like, where's the bell? You know, like, sometimes they put the little link or whatever, but I don't always see the bell where they point. So, turn on the, you know, notifications or whatever. And I hope you guys like this video. Like I said, I'll try to start pre-recording some stuff and have it ready for you guys just whenever I start back with all this stuff. I'm sorry for being inactive, but I hope all of you understand, and it's really nice to be back. And yeah, I hope you all have a lovely weekend. Most of you are on Christmas break, so enjoy your Christmas break. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's, Happy Holidays, all the basic stuff that every family tells each other before they leave after dinner. Also, if you're white, then you say, "We all go on up to the mountain with me," or wherever you're from. So that's also how that usually goes. Thank you guys so much. Tune in next time I promote a video. And yeah, my phone's blowing up. But thank you guys for everything. I love you all. Good night.